Everybody's got that one friend. That one that you can always rely on to consistently get you in trouble. Most people only have one. I had three, Danny, Jesse, and Kessler. Danny and Jesse were brothers. They weren't bad kids, but whenever anything went wrong or if something broke, they always seemed to get caught fleeing the scene of the crime. Kessler was similar, and there was me. When I was a child, I spent the entire summer inside my house because I was afraid of bees. I'd stand at the door and just look outside. After that, I developed a phobia where I convinced myself I would choke while I was eating. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't swallow, so I didn't eat. Later in life, I would have these little panic attacks where I'd just kind of shake. I had this wild imagination and the ability to twist harmless situations into troublesome worries. Academically, I struggled. My grades were low. I was picked on often, which weighed heavily on me. I needed a release, and as I grew older, my wild imagination started to reverse, and I could take a dangerous situation and turn it harmless. I was trying to find balance, but I overcorrected. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, stealing and damaging people's property. I hid all this from my family, which was easy because I never saw myself as a bad kid. I just didn't see myself as much of anything, and that was the problem. It was March in rural Ohio, and snow covered the ground, which led to an idea. We all lived close to Johnson's Bridge. It spans high above the Sandusky River, approximately the length of a football field. On one side of the bridge is Hamon's farm, and on the other side of the bridge is miles of endless forest. That weekend, I spend the night at Kessler's. We sneak out at 2 a.m. and we meet Danny and Jesse at the bridge. On an embankment at the end of the bridge, we build an arsenal of snowballs, and we wait. I hear it. Get down, hide. A car is approaching. It crosses the bridge. Ready? Throw. Wham, wham, wham. The driver locks up his tire. The car swerves to a stop. We run down the embankment and jump into the woods where nobody in their right mind would venture to follow. We watch intently as the car slowly pulls away. Can you believe that? I hit it first. No way, I totally hit it first. The challenge was on, the bar was set. We hit half a dozen cars that night and trudged home exhausted, cold, and adrenalized. A few weeks later, we are at it again. It's perfect outside. No breeze, deep snow, and bright moonlight. In the distance, a heavy motor. Must be another truck. It traverses the bridge. Wham, wham, wham! And as I release the snowball, I think something seems wrong. Haven't I already hit this truck tonight? It screeches to a halt. We sprint into the woods and watch as it just sits there idling. Finally, two grown men get out of the truck, and one of them howls, "We're gonna fucking kill you!" Did he really just say that? What a dumbass. Hey, I think they're really getting out of the truck. What do we do? Shh. No way they'll come down into the woods. Shh. Hey, what is that? Both men are dressed in full winter gear. They'd attach spotlights to their truck, and they have dog cages in their truck bed. Hidden by trees, we can't see them, but they can see us. They light a lantern, and everything becomes clear. They came to hunt us. The driver has a rifle. He shoulders it and fires. Boom! Holy shit! Run! I grow wings, and I fly. Shit, they're coming into the woods. Shut up, just keep running. Running. Damn, we're leaving massive footprints in the snow. Boom! Not so funny now, is it? Trees. I'm trying to put as many trees as I can between them and us, and I am doing well until I hear the dogs. I start tripping over my feet, sliding all over the place. I can't keep upright. Run! Get up! Move! Boom! Fuck this! Fuck it! Kessler is yelling at me. Get out of my way! I'm bouncing off trees, tearing through thickets and briars, dodging low-hanging branches. But my legs are turning to rubber, and I am falling behind. I look over my shoulder and notice 4 lanterns. Shit, there's 4 of them! Wham! I collided headfirst with a tree. My world spins and I'm on the ground. Blink, get up. Damn, that hurt. Get up. Flex fingers, wiggle toes, take a breath. My lungs are on fire. It doesn't matter. Get up. They are close. Move! I stagger up and I run. My friends are nowhere to be seen. I'm alone. My body is in pain. Warm blood is running down my face and hands, and with every fiber in my body, I believe that I'm in my last 5 minutes of life. I follow the only thing I can, footprints. They parallel the river, and so I parallel the river as well. Eventually, I hear my name, Weininger! Where were you? We looked back and you were gone. Hands on my knees, I catch my breath and shake my head. What happened to your face? I hit a tree. Jesus. Hey, how far back do you think they are? Not far, and they can track us all night. What do? We can swim the river. Silence. I watch as chunks of ice float down the Sandusky River. A month ago, we could have walked across it, but not anymore. We'll freeze to death. We've got to do something. Is anybody tired? I feel okay. Me too, I'm good. I got my breath back. I'm good. Let's outrun them. We'll stay in the woods and make a huge loop. We can walk down Route 6 for a bit, sneak through Camp Glen, and we'll end up in Kessler's backyard. That's about 2 miles. I'm not getting in that goddamn river. Split up or stay together. Assholes! They're getting close. Let's go. We decide to stick together, and slowly we distance ourselves from our pursuers. My body is stiff, my adrenaline is gone, the blood on my face is frozen, and I'm exhausted. We'd been running for almost an hour. As we walk down Route 6, headlights appear in the distance, driving our direction. With nowhere to run, we dive in the ditches and lay motionless. It's them, and they've got their spotlights pointed deep out into the fields, where they drive past us, never realizing we are 5 feet away, flat in a ditch, holding our breaths. We finally end up at Kessler's. I go inside and I collapse into bed. We wake up that next morning to an empty house, which is good because I don't know how I could have explained my appearance. My clothes are torn. I've got cuts and scratches all over my face, and thoughts of what could have been race through my head. Would they have really killed us? I doubt it. 4 kids murdered in McCutcheonville, Ohio for throwing snowballs? No. But 4 kids drowned in an icy river? Yeah. 4 kids caused car accident, driver in serious condition? Absolutely. I learned a life lesson that night. I was on track to nowhere, and if I weren't careful, I would continue that track the rest of my life. There's a fine line between a good outcome in life and a bad one, and I learned exactly where that line resides, and I could see all the choices in my life that landed me on that side. I was easily manipulated. I justified irresponsibility. I let myself get pushed around at school where I wasn't applying myself. Danny, Jesse, and Kessler continued the prank, except they switched to rocks. Eventually, they were busted by the police. They spent time in juvie and had to serve community service, but they never mentioned my name. I spent the rest of that year getting my grades up and finding more productive outlets to use as a release, and trying to land more often on the good side. I lost contact with Danny, Jesse, and Kessler until last summer when I saw Jesse's name in the paper. He'd been arrested for possession of narcotics, driving while intoxicated, and fleeing the scene of an accident. Some things never change, but I'm glad I did.